Good morning. Well, we're back at it. I got 250 acres left on this field. Oh, clean that up a little bit. I got 250 acres left on this field. I did a little bit this morning. I'm not even sure. 36 acres, and my auto steer was all over the place, and it wouldn't want to grab. It locked me out. Talked to the guys at Norm at Little Morton, and he said, "Oh, that's your steering calibration sensor." So I'm like, "Oh, great! How hard is that to fix?" Not bad. I'm going again. So I did the cable and the sensor. It's down there between the articulating steering, and we're going. So we still got big winds today, and it's blowing it right from the west. So we're getting all of Montana and Saskatchewan dirt out in Manitoba. Not to say that our own fields are blowing a little bit, but this wind is it's something. But we're gonna plug away here. I gotta go get more seed. The boys were feeding, checking on the animals, making sure they were all still in, that no windbreaks blew over and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we're gonna have another day at it, and we're gonna hopefully try and finish. If not finished, the cereals will have enough that we should be able to finish tomorrow. So as long as we can keep this unit together, keep everything running, that would be great. Alrighty, we are, I was able to do everything. I should have recorded it, not sure why I didn't. Everything over there by the pond, I was able to do all that, which I was very surprised with. We have a bad wet spot here. I'm guessing it's about close to 3 acres worth. I gotta leave. I even pushed the limit, in my opinion. I had lots of mud. I didn't have to go and do any cleaning, so that's good. But it was very wet there still, so that wind has basically stopped. It's awesome. So I'm happy about that. And we are down to about 120 acres left on of oats. Things other than that that sensor that went, things have been going fairly smoothly. Yeah. I had to get some oats from Miller Agritech, which is about 20 minutes away. We're putting a different variety in here, and the first amount that I did was all scaled. That I was supposed to do 170 acres, or not quite 170 acres on that, and I did 165, so it was pretty close. I think I was supposed to do 160, it was 168, and I did 165, so that's pretty good. Pretty happy with the accuracy. The wheat was dead on too, and I think the fertilizer's been very close. So yeah, we've just been having we had our issues with the anhydrous, which has nothing to do with the Bourgault unit. That wind has changed direction. It's been from the west all day, and about I would say half hour to an hour ago it switched to the north. So that is great for me, because now I don't get that smell of anhydrous in the cab. So I'll have one more up and down, I'll go back, and then I'll be able to drive through. So hopefully. I did once, and I thought I was gonna get stuck right there. You can kind of see a dark spot. That was, I didn't have to start turning, but it was definitely soft. Hoses, I've had one hose pop out on this field, and I've had a couple plug on the bottom because of the certain areas of mud that I've been in. Other than that, it's just been driving. Lots of changing tanks, filling up, and doing that all by myself. But it's all good. Through trials brings endurance, right? And I say this every year, when the cereals are in, that's always a sigh of relief. And canola and soybeans typically goes a lot quicker. And Daryl is just wrapping up our last field of corn, and then he's got to do a bit of custom for Agri Stainless. So. I shouldn't say Agri Stainless, it's the Wozniak boys. They own Agri Stainless Steel, and they farm right beside us. So. Yep, that's sticky. I think it should get better now. As I go that way, it should get better. Alrighty, well, I didn't get done what I was wanting. I was hoping to get down to 60 acres, but I ran into a bit of an issue, and I'm just heading to the yard. My cart is ground driven, and my speeds are changing from 4 mile an hour to 5 mile an hour on that. So I'm guessing the chain is jumping a sprocket or a sensor or something back there. I wasn't dealing with that out in the middle of the field, so I'm just heading back to the yard, which I'm right there. And we're going to take a look at it, and hopefully it's an easy fix, and then at least I know what I'm dealing with in the morning. So we'll go take a look at that, and then we're going to call it a day. So yay, more issues. Most of our issues have been cheap, just a pain in the butt. So hopefully that's the case here, but if anything, I've been putting on a bit heavy, not light, so I guess we'll see how this turns out. I really hope it's just the tightener for that chain for the ground drive. I'm hoping that it's just loose. Well, that chain is very loose. You guys can't see anything. Let me get my light on. You know, that's the problem. I just have to tighten that up. Okay, that's not that hard of a fix. That chain's in pretty rough shape too. Sheesh! Alright, well, we'll start the morning off fixing, but that shouldn't be too hard of a job. Alright. Oh yeah, and my adjustment right there, it's maxed right out, so I need a new chain. All right. Nothing like starting the morning off fixing, but at least I know what the issue is. That should solve my problem. So anyway, we're gonna call it a day, and I'm down to 94 acres on this field, and hopefully we can still finish tomorrow. All right, we are back at it. It is just after lunch on Saturday, and woke up this morning and we had rain, a little bit of rain. No rain in the forecast. It was supposed to be a quiet, calm, cloudy day. Instead, we got snow. We had one field out closer to Daryl's. The field was completely white. Anyway, long story short, I quickly came, fixed that chain. It was terrible. Got that all going. We're gonna take a look here now when I start driving and see whether that did the trick, but I'm pretty sure it did. So if that does it, I've got 94 acres left. Oh, I hope I get it done today. They're still calling for anywhere from, they're calling for about a ½ inch of rain, I think. So if we finish this, I will welcome the rain, and yeah. Here's for hoping.
Well, it has been an interesting week. Not much has gone like planned. We are coming to the end of corn seeding. We have done very little videoing, or at least I have done very little, because most of the week I feel like I've been running around like a chicken with its head cut off, not really sure where I was going or what I was doing. So frustrating would be one way of describing this week. However, we're coming to the end of the week. As of current, right now, where I'm at, it's looking like we're going to end on a better note. Now that I've said that, hopefully that doesn't change things. But hopefully that is our reality. So anyway.
Alrighty, well that seemed to do the trick, and I was supposed to run out of seed at 343 acres. You can see that. It says 344, and I'm hoping I make it to the end, but I'm basically out of seed. So that oopsies that I had with that chain, I don't think I was, my product wasn't putting on that much too less. So I guess we'll find out. We'll have some test strips possibly, and if we don't see test strips, well, then it worked out good. So I've got roughly 75 acres remaining. I'm gonna head to the yard here. As soon as I get that tank empty, I'll head to the yard and fill up. Hopefully for the last time. We guessed on how much fertilizer we were going to need, and we also guessed on seed. So we're going to we could be very close with both, or we could have lots. We'll find out. Daryl's busy planting corn for Wozniak's, Agra stainless steel. He's having a good day. I think he's got close to 160 acres done. It's going way better on theirs than it was on ours. So, all right, one bin empty, down to the last little bit. So this typically doesn't take long. Well, I got 3 miles left of oats. I got a change in hydrous tanks, and I should be good to finish. We're gonna do that now, and it's yeah, we're getting there. It's been a tough grind, but it's coming.
stay out of the...
Fan back on, just check. So under here we got our chains, clutches, everything that drives everything. I've actually had these chains come loose on us. This is the area I don't like on this cart. My Amity was literally just an orbital motor that turned, and it had a variable speed orbital motor. I got chains, I got clutches, I got just a lot more going on. It just means that there's more option for things to go wrong, and for me it seems like that's been happening. So I'm just gonna check all my runs, make sure they're good, hoses are all in, and then we're gonna continue. Well, there we go, everything was good. Yeah, I guess it's like any whenever you get a different combine or a different sprayer or a different seeding, any kind of tool, there's a new level of learning that goes on. It's just very stressful when it's seeding and you got that stuff, because it's like, well, that kind of dictates the rest of the year, so, or possibly, well, it does. So yeah, to say I'm nervous to see these crops come up, I'm nervous / anxious. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to think, to be honest with you. I've checked my depth I don't know how many times. My depth, I think, has been good. It's just these hoses popping out. I never had that with my Amity, and I'm not. I've gone over this thing. I've tightened stuff. I've made sure, and it's a different, something different I'm gonna have to learn about. And figure out what I can do next over the winter on this unit to make it so I don't have that next year. We did those pieces from Agger Stainless. That caused a lot of grief. I'm not gonna lie. That was stressful, but I basically got that covered. For the most part, those pieces, since I switched, for the most part, I haven't had those pieces pop out on me, but having the hoses, pop out on the bottom, that's something new. So we will see. I'm trying to do the best I can, and well, I'm putting the seed in the ground, and the good Lord will take it from there. We will see what's in store. One more up and down and we're done, so let's hope we can get that done, and then I will be so happy to see those mid-row banders up in the air for the majority of the canola. I got 800 acres, I think, with the mid-row banders up, and a quarter section where I got it still in hydrous. So like I said, this whole putting in hydrous down in spring, this is a totally new experience for us. My head says I need to go deeper, but a lot of people have been saying, nope, you get that an inch in the ground and you're good to go, you'll be fine. So another area I'm very nervous on, because if you go too deep, you're stirring up more mud, and then you have other issues. So huge learning curve, to say the least. With my Amity, I was used to doing about 500 acres a day of wheat or oats. I could do in a day, and I think my best, I've had 2 days that I did a half section, and of course changing in hydrous tanks, that's a time killer, but just the way the tank setup is and everything, it just that's the best I could do. So alrighty, that's it. Goal achieved. I guess I should have made my goals a little bit more specific. Oh well, it is what it is. It's good. Like I said all along, my hopes were that I would finish our cereals by Saturday before the rain, and we're done. That's it. And it's not even supper time, so I gotta find out how Daryl's making out, and I'll actually be able to eat in the house tonight. So yeah.
Okay, so we are on the pass we've been looking for, and as you can tell, the field I'm on, we did not strip till this field. This is actually just helping out a neighbor here. But this is the pass of corn planting that we've been looking for. You know, I always enjoy the first one, don't get me wrong. Love starting seeding. But usually by the time it gets to this point, we're ready to see that last pass, and we are on last pass corn. So we are here, all is good. Well, so far, I go to my bins. My camera's getting a little bit gray, so I need to get them cleaned off. But tanks are empty, so I might have to stop and put a bit more in. I did some calculating. I think I've got enough in there, but we'll see how good my kindergarten math is. So I've got about a quarter mile to go, and we will see where we're at. Okay, I don't know if you can see, there's a grass line straight ahead. We're like 300-400 feet from the end. So far we are good. So we'll see how close we're gonna be. Get you guys into the moment here as well. Are you folks? It's intense. Are we gonna make it? How close are we gonna be? The reason we try to make it close is the less bags we open, less cost there is, because as soon as the bag is open, we cannot return it. But if it's closed, we can return it. So do not want to do this. As you can see, we are now that close to the end. Still no issues. So I believe we are good. We are complete. Corn planting 2026 is in the books. It's been a struggle, but we got her done, and very thankful to be done today. They are talking rain this weekend, and with our dates being what they are, we really wanted the corn in before that rain came along, so we are happy. Very, very happy today.
Okay, all winged up. I've got oats in the back. The fertilizer that's in there, I think we're just going to slowly blend that off with our canola fertilizer. So I'm going to wing this out, put the hopper under there, and empty that out, start getting things ready for canola. All right, we are all ready. I just need to add fertilizer and canola, calibrate, and figure out where we're going. I'm leaving the anhydrous tank hooked up. We don't know whether we're going to be going after the rain where we'll get more rain, south or north. The field that we need to anhydrous is our most north land, and basically all our other, well, I guess it is only 3 fields. Our other 3 fields are spaced out between there and my yard. So wherever we get the least amount of rain, where we can go first is what we will do. So we don't know that yet. So the unit's gonna get parked right here. I'm gonna go see how Parker's making out. He should be done. He should be done strip tilling for us, then that unit's done on our ground. We got 60 acres accustomed to do for my cousin, and then we are done strip tilling. So yeah. Okay, well, it is sunny, it is beautiful, but we are done. I just talked to Daryl, and he has done that corn to start canola and or soybeans this late in the day on a Saturdays, and we're not doing that. So that's a wrap for in the field. On Monday, I think it is, or Tuesday, they're coming to peg it off. This is taking a little longer to get going than we had originally hoped, but this area was very wet, and we haven't had great drying conditions. So the plan is Monday they're going to come here and they're going to peg off exactly where we want it. And I'm leaving up to our contractor to start. He wants to get on this as soon as he can. So yeah, this is where the new shop will be. And I'm hoping by the end of the month for sure that it looks a lot different here. So I'm pretty sure that will happen, but we will see. Anyway, oh, it's beautiful. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I know these videos are kind of a little bit boring, and I'm not showing a whole lot of what's going on, but it has, like I said many times, it's been a little chaotic here. So that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a good one.